All right, playing some Inside Pitch Advanced 1978 season. Early season matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers beat the Orioles in the opening day game. We have Dennis Martinez against Moose Haas, and Al Bunbury is set to lead it off. There are no adjustments to County Stadium, and let's get right to playing. Haas can only face 21 hitters, so he probably will not be in that long. But he starts off with a strikeout of Al Bunbury, one out. Larry Harlow will bat, batting second for the Orioles here, and that's a strikeout. So Moose Haas starts with two strikeouts here in the top of the first, and that'll bring up Kenny Singleton. And yep, you guessed it, struck out the side. Three strikeouts in the top of the first. Dennis Martinez will face Paul Molitor here in the bottom of the first. And that is at the ballpark. We're at County Stadium, and a grounder went out. Don Money up. Cooper on deck. And that's not going to be a range play. 16's too high. And we're going to ignore the R because there's no runners in scoring position, so it's just going to be an auto out. And there are two out for Cecil Cooper. And this is a K chance, but this one's going to miss. 14, and he's a 12, and there's no ballpark adjustment. And he flies to left, flies to Kelly, so we go top two. Eddie Murray leads it off. See if the Orioles can put the ball in play this inning. This is a range play at the park, so this will be in play. And it is a foul pop-up. Murray's batting lefty, so Bando is a 4. And 5 fails. So this was a foul pop, though, so this is just a repitch. So we get a repitch on Murray as Bando drops the foul pop-up, but it doesn't hurt as Murray flies to left anyway. So there's one out, and bring up Lee May. I don't know if I've had that in a actual cards and dice game yet, but there was a foul pop dropper, and we got a walk here with a 1 on the D20. So Lee May walks. Runner on first, one out. Nothing on the strategy for Pat Kelly. And this is a possible wild, but 18 is high, so that's not going to be a wild pitch, but it is a possible pass ball. The game will tell us, and it is a pass ball. So a runner on second with one out. And a fly to right will roll on the 2-3 chart, and it's a hold. So runner on second, 2 out for Doug DeCinces. And he struck him out. So that will be that. We go bottom 2, and Martinez will face Larry Heisel. And this looks like an auto out, and it'll be a grounder, 1 out. Grounder to first, bring up Ben Ogilvy. And this is a missed strikeout, 19 too high, so we roll on Ogilvy. And that is a power result to left, but again, the 18 is going to be too much, so it's going to be a fly to left. So there's 2 out for Sixto Lescano, and he's going to strike out. So we're going to go to the top of the third. This game's starting out as a pitcher's duel. Rick Dempsey will bat against Moose Haas, who's struck out 4 so far. This is a pickoff at the park, but obviously no one's on base, so we go to County Stadium. Dempsey is right-handed, so that's a base hit. Splits on the ballpark card or for the batter. So runner on first. Nobody out, but nothing on the strategy, so Belanger will swing. And that is a K+. Now a 20 normally you wouldn't think would work, but here with the K+, it is going to just make it. He's going to go to a 21. Runner on first, 1 out. Back to the top for Bunbury. Again, nothing on the strategy. And he's going to strike out again. So that is 2 out. Haas is up to 6 strikeouts, and that brings up Harlow with a runner on first and 2 out. And this is a pickoff at the park. There is a runner on now this time, so let's see. The pickoff is first base. No, it's pickoff error. It's a pickoff error on a 9. There are no pickoff numbers. The pickoff error is on a 9. So he's going to get to second. for Harlow with 2 out. And that's a base hit. We're going to roll on the single second to home chart, and he's going to score. And advance on the single to center. Advance on a play to center field. So they take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. Nothing on the strategy for Kenny Singleton. And it's a K chance, but this one just misses. A 14 on a 13 with no ballpark adjustment. And a base hit, past first base, and the runner goes to third. First and third, 2 out for Eddie Murray. So the Orioles starting to make contact, and they are threatening to score more. We have a walk chance, and that is going to be a walk, and they are going to load the bases with 2 out. Lee May with a chance with the bases loaded, 2 out, nothing obviously on the strategy. And a K chance is going to miss by a little. He's a 16, but that's an 18. So it would have been a likely strikeout on a 16, but it misses, and a ground ball gets him out of it. Wow. So that's a big ground ball out there, and it stays 1-0 bottom 3. Sal Bando, who dropped that foul pop earlier in the game, bats against Martinez. He's going to get a shot on a blank, but a fly to left, 1 out. The Brewers don't have a hit yet. Gorman Thomas. Lots of power in Thomas, but there's another blank, so he's going to get a chance. And that's an auto out 4. Fly to left, 2 out. Buck Martinez will bat. And that against a righty is a strikeout chance. Again, just missing. The 15 just misses his 14. And there's a pop to short. So we're going to go top 4, 1-0 Orioles. Pat Kelly leads it off. Haas down to 7 batters that he can face. This is a K chance, and he will get the K. So that is number 7. And with 1 out, it'll be the Senseis. And this is an auto out. 17, fly to left, 2 out. Rick Dempsey. Dempsey is 1 for 1 in this game, and he strikes out. So a lot of strikeouts, but the Orioles lead it 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Paul Molitor leads it off. And against the righty, that's a K chance, but it'll miss. He's an 8. And the D20 was a 10. And he gets a base hit. First hit for the Brewers. So the runner on first. Nothing on the strategy for Don Money. Down a run here in the bottom of the 4th inning. K chance is going to miss, so Money will get a shot. We're going to ignore the R because there's no runners in scoring position, so this is going to be a base hit. Runner holds, only advancing to right, and that was to center. So first and second, nobody out. Nothing on the strategy for Cooper, but the Brewers got something going against Dennis Martinez here in the bottom of the 4th. And we're going at the ballpark. Always dangerous to go to the ballpark. And this is a rare play. Liner to second. Money out at first. So the double play. Wow. So double play really helps Martinez on the line drive, rare play. And we got a runner on second now with 2 out for Larry Heisel. Nothing on the strategy. And this is going to be a walk chance, and it is a walk. First and second, 2 out. Still nothing on the strategy for Ben Ogilvy. So a weird inning here, but the Brewers still haven't scored, and this K chance is going to we had a lot of these just misses. 12 against an 11, just misses. So Ogilvy gets a chance, and he flies to left. So a strange inning. The line drive double play helps out Martinez, and we go 1-0 into the 5th. Could be Moose's last inning as he's down to 4 batters. We'll see how it goes. Here's a home run chance, but it's against the wrong guy. It's against Belanger. He has an EO of 0. Belanger's a 0 on home runs anyway, and the ballpark doesn't change anything, so he's going to miss. About to anybody else with that 2 would have been a home run probably. Pops the second, 1 out. So he gets under it, pops it up, brings up Bunbury. Bunbury is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and let's make it 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts for Bunbury. 2 out here in the top of the 5th for Larry Harlow. Orioles haven't made a lot of contact, but somehow they're leading this 1-0, and this is a home run chance, but again, the 18 is going to miss. So a couple of home run threats here, but they don't happen. And a fly to center brings us to the bottom of the fifth of a good 1-0 game. Sixto Lezcano leads it off against Dennis Martinez, who can still face a bunch of hitters, so he's not in any danger right now. We get a blank, so we go to Lezcano, and he pops it to third. 1 out. Brings up Sal Bando. And this is an auto out. 18, ground ball, 2 out. Brings up Gorman Thomas. And there's a K chance, and that is going to be a strikeout. That is Martinez's second strikeout. And we go to the top of the sixth. Haas facing Singleton. I'll let him start the inning. We'll see what happens. And he strikes out Singleton. So the Orioles are having a weird game. They've struck out 10 times, but lead at 1-0. Haas is now officially tired, but I'm going to let him face Murray. Since nobody's on, I'll give him a batter, and he strikes out Murray. Holy cow, wow. That is 11 strikeouts. 2 out, nobody on, and I'm going to give him a chance to get out of the inning. This will be his last batter if he does, probably. And he strikes out the side again. Wow. So 1-0 bottom 6. Buck Martinez leads off against Martinez. So we got a battle of Martinez's here. And that's a K chance and a strikeout. So we are getting a lot of strikeouts in this 1978 baseball game. That's only Martinez's third. But with Haas's strikeouts, we've had a lot in this game. So 1 out, nobody on, and back to the top. Molitor's 1 for 2. And there's a walk chance, but that 19 is going to be way too big for Molitor, who has very low walk ratings. And we are ignoring the R with nobody in scoring position, so this is a base hit. Runner on first with 1 out. Nothing on the strategy for Don Money. Martinez is nowhere near tired. And here's a possible error on a booted ball. See if we get a ground ball. No, we get a power result to left against a right-handed pitcher. A 3 is a double. So that is a double. We're going to roll on the... and it's also an EB. So yeah, on hits to the outfield. And it is an error. So there is going to be an error as well. 1 base error. Runner is out attempting to get an extra base. Holy cow. Runner is out, so that I assume... Wait, who is out? Wait a minute. Paul Molitor singled. Don Money doubled. Error by the left fielder. Paul Molitor scored. Okay, so Money was... So Paul Molitor scored on the double, and then Money is out trying to get an extra base. So how about that? So that's a weird play there. Don Money doubled to the left fielder. There was an error by the left fielder. Molitor scored. Money to third. Oh, maybe he was thrown out at home. He was thrown out at home. I misread that. So Money got to third on the error, I guess, but he was thrown out at home trying to score? Wow. Or he got third? No. Maybe he got third on the throw and was thrown out at home trying to... I don't know how this works. Money doubled to left. Error by the left fielder. Molitor scores. Money took third. And then he was thrown out at home. Did he take third on the error? And how does he get thrown out at home then? I'm not sure how that worked. But anyway, he was thrown out at home. Bottom 6, 2 out, 1-1. That was a little bit of a strange play because there's a double and an error. How was he thrown out at third there? All right, thrown out at home there. Range play at the ballpark. Not sure. If he got to third on the throw, first of all, this is a grounded to short. He's a 7, so he makes the play. So, what is it? He doubled? He doubles. The runner scores. So where is the throw out? If he makes third on the error, then how would he get thrown out at home on the chart? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, all right. We're going to say it makes sense, and we're going to go to the top of the 7th inning. I'm going to let Haas face a batter since he's been striking everyone out. And there's a strikeout chance and another strikeout. Holy cow, this is crazy. Haas has 13 strikeouts. He's pitching tired, but he keeps striking everyone out, so I'm not taking him out till someone gets on. And how about another one? This is crazy. This is 14 strikeouts. Not taking him out because he just keeps striking everyone out. And this is a pickoff at the park. No one's on base. And there's a star 7 fly to left. So we're going to go bottom 7. It's 1-1. Martinez still in, pitching to Heisel. And there's a pickoff at the park. No one on base. And another rare play. Crashes into the wall. Resolve D9 range play. Check for injury to right. If right fielder fails to make the play, center picks up the ball with a hitter attempting a triple. Resolve like a S+8 with the play at third. Unsuccessful range play. Harlow can't catch the ball. No injury is made. And they have the runner holding at second. And it says batter thrown out at third. Runner out at third. So he tries to get third. There's a play, and he's out at third. So, wow, there's some strange stuff going on the bases in this game. 1 out, nobody on for Ogilvy. So how about that play? That's a rare play for you. He doubles and is thrown out at third. And now we have a home run check, and for Ogilvy, this is gone. Home run, Ben Ogilvy gives him a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Brewers take a 2-1 lead on the Ogilvy homer. And there's a blank. I'm still not convinced money should have been thrown out on the bases on that play, on that other play. But there's a star 6 fly out. And there's 2 out for Bando. And there's a blank. And there's a double to right with 2 out. And that'll bring up Gorman Thomas. I'll give Martinez this batter. And there's a blank. And a G5. So he does get out of it. It's 2-1 top 8. And going to have to pinch hit for Belanger, I think. Let's see who they have from the left side. Go with Terry Crowley. Billy Smith. Billy Smith switch hitter with 5 homers. And he can play short. So let's go with Billy Smith. Now let me just check the Brewers bullpen. Yeah, Bob McClure, Billy Castro. And Haas has been striking out everybody, but you got Smith coming in, and you got Bumbry and Harlow. I'm going to go to Bob McClure. Haas has been pitching tired for 2 innings. So McClure will come in. Smith, the switch hitter, will bat in the top of the 8th inning of this 2-1 game with some weird base running stuff going on. This is, he's batting right-handed, so it's a walk chance, and it is a walk. Runner on first, nobody out for Bumbry, nothing on the strategy. And there's a range play, 12, so this is going to be a range play. And there's a R is ignored because there's no one in scoring position, so this is an auto out, and there's going to be a double play chance. But no, it's not because the range play fails, so it's going to be a base hit. First and second, nobody out. That brings up Harlow. Nothing on the strategy. Will Harlow bat? What kind of year did Harlow have? Harlow hit 240 with 8 homers. But they have a lot of righty bench help. Rich Dower's on the bench. Kiko Garcia. I'm going to pinch hit Dower here. Dower's going to bat. First and second, nobody out. 2 switch hitters coming up. Then Lee May. Gonna let McClure face Dower. First and second, nobody out. And there's an ET possible. And there's a star 5. No error. And the runner holds. So 1 out. First and second for Singleton. Has more power against righties, so we'll let McClure face him. And there's a K+ strikeout, big strikeout. 2 out. Eddie Murray again. More power against righties. Does strike out more against righties as well, but he walks less against lefties. We'll let McClure stay in. First and second, 2 out to Murray. And this is a possible error on a grounder. And that's an S3. So that's a base hit. Run scores. The other runner goes to third, and this game is tied up at 2. Lee May is due up, so we're going to go. Boy, now the game is tied. So maybe we'll go to Rodriguez. First and third, 2 out for Lee May, who will bat. And this is a K chance, and he's got him just perfectly on a 16. So now I need a shortstop, and well, now Dower. Who plays short here? Billy Smith will play short. So how do you mark that in this game? Billy Smith is going to play short. How the hell do you get this game to do what you want? Billy Smith is playing short. And Dower hit for the right fielder. Dower doesn't play the outfield, right? So who do we want to put in? We could put in Renicky. Let's put in Renicky. Why is Renicky not? Renicky doesn't play right. He only plays left. Eesh. Pat Kelly. Can Pat Kelly? Pat Kelly plays left. Doesn't he plays right? I could put Renicky in and left, and then put Pat Kelly in and right. The game will probably crash. Gary Renicky. Yeah. So can they? Will they let me switch Kelly to right field? Yeah, and then I'll go back and put Renicky in left. All right, did the game actually let me do what I wanted to do? Ah, a miracle. All right, so we go bottom 8, 2-2, and Martinez still in the game, can face 4. Buck Martinez due up. They don't have a lot of good lefties, so Martinez right now will hit, or what about Charlie Moore? Charlie Moore a better hitter than Buck? What kind of year did Buck have? Buck was 219 with a homer. I'm going to pinch hit Charlie Moore for Buck Martinez, but Dennis Martinez will stay in. And there's a K chance and a strikeout, 1 out. Top of the order, Molitor. And there's an at the ballpark. And a base hit. Runner on first, 1 out for Don Money, who was involved in that play where he got thrown out on a play. Still not 100% sure he should have been, because there was also an error on the play. But runner on first, 1 out. And there's a walk chance that misses. And a fly to center, so 2 out, but now I'm not letting Martinez face Cooper, so Tippy's going to come in. Tippy Martinez is going to face Cooper. Runner on first, 2 out, 2-2, bottom 8. And there's a walk chance, misses. And a fly to center. So we're going to go to the 9th. Now, yeah, Charlie Moore is going to catch. Charlie Moore is catching. So we go top 9. Rodriguez is in. I guess I'll let him stay in to face Kelly here in the top of the 9th. And we got a blank. And we got an NS4 now. There is no runner on scoring position, so we have to deal with his N numbers in 11, and that's a 14, so that's going to stay a hit. Runner on first, nobody out. The Sensei's up. Nothing on the strategy. Blank. And a fly to center, 1 out. Rick Dempsey due up. Is he going to bat? Hendricks only had 18 at-bats. Who are their other catchers? They have Dave Skaggs. He's also a righty. Dempsey hit 259 with 6 homers. I'm going to let Dempsey hit. He's also a good defender. And here's a strikeout chance, and he does strike out. So there's 2 outs, runner first, and we're going to try. Yeah, might as well try to steal. It's 11. Is that a +1? I don't know what the catcher is, but he gets caught. Caught stealing on an 18. So we're going to go bottom 9 with the Brewers having a chance to walk it off. It's going to be Heisel, Ogilvy, and Lizcano. Martinez is going to stay in to face Heisel. And we got a range play 11, no range play on the 15, and we got a G4, so 1 out. Ogilvy, lefty, lefty. And that is a strikeout, 2 out. It's up to Sixto Lezcano, otherwise we got extras. And Wild is nothing with nobody on base. And a pop-up, so we'll go to the 10th. Top of the 10th inning. Now, they can go to they're going to go to Castro. They can go to their closer in a tie game as the home team because there's going to be no save situation. So top 10, 2-2. Billy Smith will bat against Castro. And that's a blank. And there's an infield single. So the go-ahead run is on. Nothing on the strategy for Bunbury. And that's a blank. And there's a fly to left, 1 out. Now Renicky, who came in, will bat. And that's an auto out against a lefty, but a home run chance against a righty. He's a 23. Guess what just happened? Gary Renicky, who came in for defense after the Dower pinch hit, is just hit a 2-run homer. There it goes. That is out of here. And it's 4-2 Baltimore. So Renicky came in late after Dower pinch hit. Renicky went into left. And it's 4-2, 1 out, top 10. One of Milwaukee's closers just gave up a big home run. Now this is an auto out because Singleton's switch hitter batting left, 2 out. Gary Renicky, wow, what a big home run. And now here again, switch hitter batting left is an auto out. So bottom 10, 4-2. And let's see, we'll bring in Stanhouse. He was their closer. So Stanhouse will pitch to Bando, 4-2 bottom 10. This has been a good game. And we got a K chance. 20 is going to be too much. And that is an N star 1. We got to deal with the N. His N is a 16 though, so he's going to keep the out. 1 out. And that's a G6. And that'll bring up Gorman Thomas down to 2 outs. So is Milwaukee. But they will get the walk here, so they will get the tying run on base. And that will be Charlie Moore batting in the bottom of the 10th. Runner on first, 1 out. Stanhouse in to try and save it. No strategy. And he struck him out. So Brewers are down to their last out. And it's Paul Molitor. Not a bad guy to have to rely on to keep it going. But he struck him out, and that's the game. Wow. So there were a lot of strikeouts in this game. It's a good game. Baltimore beats Milwaukee 4-2. Gary Renicky is the hero with the 2-run home run. And that was a good game. Some weird base running, but a good game. Thanks for watching.